National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Denver Broncos and the Minnesota Vikings. And it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Twin Cities and US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, the home of the Vikings. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Partner, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And off we go from Minneapolis. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here comes the Denver offense, set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the man from Oregon who started his career at Auburn, quarterback Bo Nix.
Well, it didn't take long for Bo Nix to establish himself as a bona fide starter in this league, winning the position with the Broncos as a rookie. He has all the intangibles, but really what sticks out the most, Mike, is the amount of starts he made in college. It's kind of similar to Brock Purdy. Very experienced at the college level. Let's see how that carries over here to the NFL level.
This one to the tight end, Troutman. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
That is caught! And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the 1st down. A gain of 15 and a 1st down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
And the Broncos are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. They send him right out of the slot. They'll run here with the rookie. And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. So can the defense come up with the early stop here on 3rd and goal? Mims sent in motion here. Nix from the gun on 3rd down.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that.
And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Denver. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Broncos will take a 7-0 lead. So now after the touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. Ty Chandler now to bring it back. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the number 3 overall pick back in the 2018 draft out of USC. It's Sam Darnold.
If he's going to lead his team to a win, he has to be smart with his decision-making. The last thing you want to do is give the opposing team an extra possession solely because you got reckless with the ball. As long as he is calculated with those risks, I think they have a good chance today coming out on top.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Opening carry of the game for Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield.
I think this is something that we can expect to see here, especially early, Mike, as this team gets into a rhythm. They want to lean on this run game. They feel like they have a lot of advantages over this defense, and you can see from the first play here why they feel that way.
Play fake to Jones, and now Darnold. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
He's got his tight end, Hawkinson. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the first down, and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
To the right side, this is Jones. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
His defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them early in this game. That's already 2 sacks allowed.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
So on 4th down, out comes Ryan Wright to punt for Minnesota. The Broncos have Marvin Mims out for the return. The Broncos offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Throwing, Nix. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Nix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
2nd down, Nix. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. 14 on the pickup. Good for a Denver 1st down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
He's got his receiver. It's Courtland Sutton. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
They'll run. It's Williams. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Broncos. That's 2 touchdowns for him now in this 1st quarter alone. Give him a 2nd touchdown on this one. What an opening quarter, Greg. 2 rushing touchdowns in the 1st.
Well, Mike, we kind of had a feeling this might be the case. They told us all week how important it was to get this guy involved early and often, and boy, have they ever. He has made his presence felt here early in this one.
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Broncos will extend their 1st quarter lead. It's now 14-0. So now after the touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. To return, it's Brandon Powell. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Vikings offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down, Darnold. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Seemed to me, Mike, before that ball was even snapped, the quarterback had already made up his mind. I'm throwing the ball to the tight end no matter what the look is, and he's counting on the big body picking up the rest after the catch, and even though he's able to secure the ball, nice job by the defense keeping him short of the sticks.
Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They've raced out to a 14-0 lead. They've done nothing wrong so far. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Nix. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Finally, this defense has been searching for a big play after giving up 2 touchdowns on the previous 2 drives. They're going to need more of that. They have to find more impactful plays that end drives and get the ball back to their offense.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton.
So often, sacks, especially on 1st down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
Here's 3rd and 2. On the bootleg, it's Nix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On 4th down, the Broncos send out Riley Dixon to punt. Brandon Powell returns for the Vikings. The Vikings offense ready to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Here comes the screen to Jones. Give him 13 on that screen play and a first down.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the fourth quarter.
They'll go play action with Darnold. Open man, downfield, it's Hockenson. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. They'll run the toss here with Jones. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. Here's a 2nd and 9. A give to Jones, heading right. And good hard running will get him down close to a first down. Might be a yard short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Darnold now to throw. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch, stays in bounds, and he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Cody Barton.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning, being able to get himself to a spot to get his hands on the ball and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Broncos offense ready to take over once again. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. And the drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll get this past the 25, out to the 27. A pickup of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll go again with Williams. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down. Here's Nix to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Troutman. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They run over center with Williams. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
You hear teams talk about it all the time, Mike. Let's win at the point of attack. And boy, this team here early in the first quarter, they've done just that.
1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. Got it into the hands of Mims. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll go with Williams. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Blake Cashman up from the linebacker's spot to make the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. On the option, here's Williams. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down forthcoming. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. 14-0 is our score. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They send Sutton in motion. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Anytime it's 3rd and short, you better account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what they do here. Great job by the defense taking him down for a loss. Brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, the veteran Will Lutz for the Broncos field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos stake themselves to a 17-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. Chandler now to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Vikings offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with 1st down. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Darnold to throw. Over the middle, that's the tight end Hawkinson. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Darnold. This one brought in by Hawkinson. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
They run straight ahead with Jones. And he powers his way forward, doing it on the ground inside the 40, a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Darnold. Get this to the tight end, Johnny Munt. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
This play is actually really well defended here, but I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
Jones now on 1st and 10. He'll push forward for about a yard. Alex Singleton there on the tackle. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. To the right side, he's got Hawkinson, his tight end.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
That's caught once again by Hawkinson. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
Nice job here by the defense. They understood this quarterback is looking to push this ball downfield, past the line to gain, and he's got no choice but to check it down short to the tight end, rally tackle, and brings up 4th down.
They'll run for it, and it's Jones. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
Javonte Williams heading out with the Broncos for their next drive. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Josh Metellus there on the tackle. Second and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. 13 yards on that one. Move the sticks. It's a first down. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Williams. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. It's another run here for Williams. And he's going to get him a first down here across midfield and down to the 45. Throwing, Nix going for it all. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. And he will have a Broncos first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
So on these play calls, Mike, on 3rd and inches, typically how it goes is we're going to try to take a shot, then there's a medium zone option, and then the last resort is just pick up the first down with something underneath and get that fresh set of downs. So in this case, he settles for the underneath throw, but it's still enough to pick up the first down.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. To throw is Nix. A quick throw that's complete on the slant. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds. Here's a 2nd and 6. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Broncos open it up a bit further. They now lead 20-0.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. Powell now to bring it back. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Throwing, Darnold. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds, but the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket when the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Now a handoff. Jones. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Third and long. Operating from the gun, and they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
Here's Ryan Wright now, as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. To return, it's Mims, and that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Broncos offense, and Bo Nix getting ready to go back to work, and he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. So they come to the line for first down and 10. RPO, quick throw. There's Sutton. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Blake Cashman up from the linebacker's spot to make the tackle. They'll come up on a second down and 8. They'll run it with Williams. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. Now Nick's going to look to throw. He finds his man, Troutman. 13 yards on that pass play. First down, Broncos.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field.
A give, and here comes Williams. And he'll bring this inside the 30, a gain of about 5. Now, a second down throw for Nix. He connects with Mims. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
A first down throw for Nix. That one taken in. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Denver. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos able to add on. It is now 27-0. So now after the touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. Powell now to bring it back. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. In motion, it's Jefferson. Running left, it's Jones. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll have more from Minneapolis. After this, they come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. On comes the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will not turn out to be a good return. Forced backwards, and they get him out of bounds. The Broncos offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing is Nix. toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Second down, Nix. He'll find his tight end, that's Troutman, and they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Nix now on 1st and 10. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Nix now to throw it here on 1st down. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
2nd down and 3. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the 1st half. That one picks up a 1st down. And with just 4 seconds left in the 1st half, a timeout is called. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This from 45 yards away. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Broncos going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the 1st half.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Final 2nd now of this 1st half, as this one is away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The 1st half has come to an end.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was former Tar Heel Javonte Williams with a solid 1st half. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go.
All right, Coach, 2nd half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
He connects with Jordan Addison. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Here's Jones. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. The linebacker, Cody Barton, in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. To the middle of the field, taken in by Addison. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Third down, 3 to go. Darnold. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. The visitors' offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Quickly to the outside and complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Now it's Williams. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
And how impressive was that, Mike? I mean, not only to be able to generate that amount of separation downfield, but then to track the ball. Remember, this was a running back, but he looked like a wide receiver, and we're looking around the league, Mike, and a lot of these backs, In order to play in today's NFL, you have to be part receiver.
Slot receiver, headed right. Here comes the jet sweep. And he's going to take this all the way home. Devon Vele, touchdown Broncos. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos stretched things out even further. So now after the touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. Powell now to bring it back. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Play fake to Jones, and now Darnold. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Here's Darnold. To the right side, he's got Hawkinson, his tight end. It's a gain of 19 in the air. It'll be a Vikings first down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Darnold to throw on first down. Open man downfield. It's Addison. That one good for 26 yards.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by P.J. Locke. And he'll be taken down, and there is a flag on the play. This is going to be a huge call. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. They'll go again with Williams. He'll dodge one would-be tackler and wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Williams. And he will have a Broncos first down by a couple of yards. We'll give him 4 yards. It was 3rd and 2 as they convert.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. Second down and 8. They'll throw. It's Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
On 1st down, it is Williams. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
On 1st down, right back to Williams. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot, and frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
They run over center with Williams. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a first down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
They run on the jet sweep, and this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Back to throw is Nix. He'll try to run for it.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
A first down throw for Nix. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Devon Vele. Touchdown, Denver. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos add on to their already sizable lead. So now after the touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. Powell now to bring it back. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, here's Darnold. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing, and ultimately led in an incompletion.
A gain of 16 on that pass play. 1st down, Minnesota.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
They get 21 on that one. It'll be a Vikings 1st down. They run it once more with Jones. That's powerful running, lowers the shoulder, and picks up 4. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down. A give now, it's Jones on the zone read. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. On the handoff, Jones. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Mike, I have to be honest, when offenses come up with run play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
They'll put Addison in motion. Throwing on third down is Darnold. He's got this on target to Addison. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on third, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and third down conversions. Now after that last third down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that gain to nothing.
Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Third and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Darnold. That's to the outside, and he's got Jefferson. And he'll get this inside the 5, but no further. Great job by the defense. It sets up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Vikings are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Reichert had the field goal a moment ago. He's back out now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Mims. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Broncos offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we take you through some of the highlights so far, you're going to see a lot of passing yards. He has carved up this defense, over 300 yards passing in the game, and has been sharp right from the start. 1st and 10. And the drive begins with a run by Williams. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it, and no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
It's another run here for Williams. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
2nd down. Nix. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. A give, and here comes Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. Open man, right side, he's got it. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Play action now. It's Nix. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You could just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and
the pressure, too much, and he goes down. That's Jonathan Grenard busting in to record the sack.
defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll go play action with Nix. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by the veteran Stephon Gilmore.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Vikings offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They are backed up about as far as you can be, operating from their own 2-yard line. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. Trying to get himself upfield, and he cannot do it. Knocked back at the 2-yard line.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Jones. And they'll stop him. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but they didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
The first goal of backed-up offense, Mike, is to at least get the ball out enough that your long snapper and punter can operate at the standard depth. They're forcing a 3rd down here, Mike, so they got to figure out what's our best way to pick up enough yards that even if we don't keep the drive alive, my punter can stand and not be under his own goalpost.
It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
Here's a handoff to Williams. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Now it's Williams. And he'll get 6 on this one, moving it inside the 40-yard line. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. On the carry, it's Williams. And nice work here. He's got the 1st down to about the 30-yard line. Slot man in motion right. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
This is a great example of the game within the game. They're making what they call Mike declaration, and that's what sets the responsibilities of all the protectors. And in this case, the Mike was the one who came, and he's unblocked, and he's able to get home.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Third and long. They send Sutton in motion. Throwing now on 3rd and long. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
quarterback just has to get this ball out of his hands. I understand giving your guy a chance to pick up the first down. Let's see if he can get some space downfield past the sticks and put one on him. But once it's clear that's not going to work, this ball either needs to be thrown away, checked down, but you certainly don't want to continue to go backwards.
On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. Spotted at the 45, this is a 55-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And they are not able to add on to their big lead.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
The Vikings offense ready to get back to work. Things not looking good. But see if they can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And that will lead to a second down. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Darnold now to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
You just have to have a better plan coming into the game when you're facing this sort of pass rush. You are not going to be able to sit there with long developing plays and pat the ball in the pocket. It has to be read one, read two, check down. Get the ball out of your hands. Protect your offensive lineman a little bit.
Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. The Broncos offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's first and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
They'll go again with Williams. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down. On the give, it's Williams. And he'll take this forward to the 26. And the Broncos bring out their punter. They'll kick it away. And he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. Here's Powell to return. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Vikings offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with first and 10. Darnold. He's going to keep it himself.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
Here's 2nd and 6. Darnold to throw. A short one taken by Hawkinson. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. To throw is Darnold. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch, stays in bounds, and he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Darnold to the air once more. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Quick throw, taken in, and he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. To throw again is Darnold. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold again. This one is caught by Addison. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Darnold to throw again. That's caught left side by Hawkinson. And he goes out of bounds at the 3, and from there it's going to be 1st and goal. Now Darnold. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson on that one. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Here's Darnold. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Jordan Addison. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Pretty interesting sequence of play calls here, Mike. You can tell going into this game, they felt their matchups down here deep in the tight red zone were better through the air than maybe they were necessarily on the ground. We see 2 back-to-back throws. The second one, though, results in a touchdown.
Reichard good with the extra point. And the Vikings will get just a bit closer. Reichard out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. On the return, here's Mims. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. So they come to the line for first down and 10. A run. Here's the fullback, Burton. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. A give left side. Here's Williams. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. So it is a win for the visiting Broncos. And they do it in blowout fashion. We thought this might be a competitive battle. It was anything but. Points came early and often, and they cruised to an easy victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.